Hey everyone, this is Aaron D. Glover. I hope everyone is doing well. I know it's been a while since I posted a video, but I'm caught up with life and work and dealing with my own personal issues. But as usual, I just like to jump into things, and I like to call this podcast Hold On, Man. I know there's going to be times where you feel like you're not doing enough. You're going to feel like so many things are coming at you all at one time, and your obstacles become more and more how can I word it, turbulent, I should say. You're gonna face a lot of things, man, and basically I just want to speak to all of those who feel that there might not be no hope. Some of us want to give up, including myself. Sometimes I feel like I'm not doing enough, but for somehow, some way, I find some extra energy. I find some extra power within me, and I say, "Yo, man, brother, you gotta hold on, man. You can't give up." You know what I mean? Because there are so many people who want to see you lose. Not that you're striving to impress anyone, but you got those few people in your circle, outside your circle, who just be so much more entertained by seeing you lose. I'll tell you how I hold on sometimes. How I hold on sometimes is, I got some great people around me, man. I really do. I think about some of my coworkers who I've grown very close with, and some of the words of encouragement I get from some of my elders at work. Because sometimes I just want to say, man, the hell with it, man. I'm tired. And when your mind, your body, and your spirit is tired, sometimes you don't feel you can go on anymore. But I do it all the time, man. Sometimes I think about my pops, man. Me and my dad, we got really close in his later years. You know what I'm saying? He didn't raise me or anything like that, but you let things go and you move on. And my father started reaching out to me more, so I started reaching out to him more. And I come to realize how influential he is in my life, even in spirit. And to this day, I miss him. I really miss him, man. But I think about, my father wasn't very well. My father died of a heart attack. And I think about his health conditions, and I watched this man have both his legs amputated from the knee down. And my father kept a smile on his face, man, and it kind of freaked me out because, my father is a Vietnam veteran. He did 2 tours in Vietnam, and I asked myself, how did this man hold on, man? Like, would I have given up on myself? I don't know, man. My father's spirit was so deep, man. I would just look at him sometimes, and I just stare at him because I'm looking at my dad, who used to love driving his car, and now my father's in a wheelchair, and I would go see my dad for some time, and holding back tears to see him in the condition that he's in. Then I would say, then how is he holding on? And I'm like, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna stop complaining about my issues or whatever I'm going through. And I had started my new job, and I would do my rounds, and I would be tired, and my legs would be tired. And I said, you know what, man, my dad is not complaining about his legs, so I'm not going to complain about my legs and how sore my legs are from walking around, climbing stairs, and standing for 8 hours at a time. And my father would just look at me and give me some dap. He said, baby boy, it's going to be all right, man. You my main man, or something like that he would say to me. And then I think about when I hold on, I think about holding on. I think about those who are so much more less fortunate than I am, and I just realized how blessed and fortunate I am to be able to work 40 hours a week. I can go to the grocery store and buy whatever I want. I can, pay my rent on time, man. That was always a goal for me, to always pay my rent on time. That's, back when I wasn't doing too well for myself, and when God saw it that I was fit to provide a better life for myself, I became more open-minded about certain things, and thinking you always hear when people tell you there's always someone doing worse than you. Stop thinking that you have it the worst. But when you're going through your drama in your life, you're not thinking about anybody else. You're thinking about whatever things you're going through, whatever's stressing you out, man. And even at I'm 45 now, I'll be 46 in 2 weeks, thank God. And I think about my upbringing, and I think about how far I've come, and I said, yo, brother, you held on, man. You did all right, man. You know what I mean? I don't have no fancy car. I don't got a bunch of fancy jewelry. I don't have a plush, condo or co-op or anything like that. I have a nice little humble studio apartment, and I'm glad I can come home every night and get in my warm bed and turn my little heater on. I can make some tea or coffee or eat some ice cream if I felt like it. And then when I'm coming home at night, sometimes I see the same not old, but I see the same homeless men and women that I walk by at night, and I'm like, man, they're sitting on benches and they're cuddling amongst one another to try to stay warm. And so what I started doing was, when they give food away at the job, sometimes they toss it out. So I'll take some sandwiches and I'll try to pack 8 to 9, maybe 10 sandwiches in a bag, and I'll bring them to New Jersey with me. And, I hand it out to them, and it makes me feel good. And that's another way I hold on by, when I see that, that's also like making me humble myself. And I'm like, yo, that's a reality check right there. That could be you. So, Aaron, you have another way. You have a reason to hold on, man. Don't give up. I deal with a lot. I want to go into details and things like that. I have a very demanding job. It can be stressful at times. And sometimes, like I said again, sometimes I just want to give up and I can't take it. Then I got to remember, I'm blessed. I'm not bitter. I'm not angry with anyone. Again, I look forward to Monday mornings. I work Monday through Friday. And one of the reasons why I look forward to Monday mornings is that I know I have a job to come to. I have I have a means of providing for myself. I'm not hungry. I'm not unhealthy. I work out 3 times a week. I'm just grateful. I don't know what else to say, man. But again, I find a reason to hold on. Holding on is very important, man, because you're gonna be amongst those who will try to break you and antagonize you and patronize you and try to make you into who they want you to be. Some people want to see you unhappy, and some people want to see you depressed for no reason at all. Once some people, I'm not going to say a person because not everybody feels that way, but you have people who just want to see you fail. I have to remind myself, man, I've come a long way and I've held on. And I always have to keep reiterating, I almost gave up, man. I just almost said, fuck it. I said, fuck it, man. If I don't make it, I don't make it. And I'm like, yo, man, the more you talk down to yourself, you're just adding extra layers of self-hate. And self-hate to me is a form of cancer that has to be spiritually, surgically taken out of you. So sometimes you have to go into a realm of solitude and look deeper within yourself and figure out what is wrong with you and how can you fix it. And one of the ways I fixed it is I stopped looking in the mirror. And I'm going to share this, and I'm sure that some of my friends and my family members, and mainly my daughter, I don't think my daughter's ever heard me say this before, but it was a time where I literally looked in the mirror, and I think I was still living in Brooklyn at the time. I lived on Bushwick Avenue, and I just felt like I wasn't enough. I really felt that, I would say I was around some people who took pride in belittling me, and I believed it. And I would literally look in the mirror, man. This is no lie, people. This is real talk right here. I would literally, and excuse my French right now, I really don't like cursing on this thing, but I have no problem with cursing, but I'm gonna curse anyway. So anyway, I literally look in the mirror and say, nigga, you ain't gonna never be shit. Nigga, you ain't shit. And I didn't even know that I was suffering from self-hate. I really didn't know it until I got older. And I spoke to an ex-girlfriend that I had who was, we were real cool. I haven't seen her in some years, so if you're out there, I don't want to say your name, you might be upset. Her name is Den. I won't give her full government, but at the time, her name was Den, and she was a very important attribute to my life. She really added, she really gave me something and let me know that I was somebody. You know what I mean? And again, I would look in the mirror and like, yo, you ain't shit, man. I would literally look in my mirror and say this to myself, and nobody knew this, and this is probably the first time I'm publicly saying this on the internet or whatever, social media, whatever you want to call it. And if my daughter ever hears this video, I'm sorry, baby, I just had to say it. And daddy has changed. My daughter's 28 now, so she'll probably get a clear understanding now, being that she's an older woman, a wiser woman, and a lot smarter than I was when I was 28. But maybe she might have a better understanding of who her dad is and who her dad was by her hearing this. But again, that's a whole other topic. Love you, baby. But yeah, man, I would literally sit in the mirror and just say, nigga, you ain't shit. And I would have this talk of myself. And in some ways, I was blocking my own blessings, because you're the, when you're going through something, and when you're in a dark space in life, you're in a dark place, I should say. Sometimes there's not gonna be anybody you can talk to, man, because no one can really understand what you're going through but you. And somehow you have to associate yourself with people who can see the greatness in you. Now, it's not going to be easy, man. Like I said, I've been fortunate enough, man. I've had some great people around me. Excuse me, I'm sorry. There's this brother by the name of Mr. Johnny Stooks, man. And I don't think he knows how important he is and how much of an influence he is in my life to this day. Me and this brother have never had an argument. We had disagreements, but we were never disrespectful to one another. I don't even think we raised our voice to one another in anger or displeasure. And I can tear up now because I love this brother so much, man. And he's been very influential spiritually, and I often call him my spiritual big brother. You dig what I'm saying? Because the brother has always been 100 with me from 19. I think I met the brother Johnny Stooks in 94, 95. I'm not sure. But I've always appreciated the fact that whenever I needed someone to talk to, he would always give me a spiritual insight. And it was straight, no chaser. He didn't try to hurt my feelings. It wasn't tough love. He just gave me love, man. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes men, we need some, some of us like to talk that hard shit. And sometimes you don't need that hard shit. Sometimes you need a gentle hand, man. And that's important, brother. Sometimes we can't get everybody, we can't punch everybody in the chest to make them feel soft. I've never understood that, but I don't want to dwell too far into that. But like I said, man, again, going back to the whole topic that I'm on right now is just holding on. And you might want to hold on to loved ones. If you have to all the men that listen to this, man, I strongly suggest that if you have a good woman in your life and she's honest with you and she loves you and she's wholesome and she fears God, you need a good woman in your life, man. That's how you hold on. You hold on to things that are real. Don't hold on to nothing that's uncertain. Even myself, man, I'm gonna just put this out there. I'm gonna say that I honestly said earlier today that I often say that a nation can rise no higher than the woman. You know, I've heard Minister Farrakhan speak on this, and I noticed that all the good brothers that I do know, and for the brothers that are with good women, I know these brothers are doing very well for themselves, because you have positioned yourself for greatness. When you meet a great woman, brother, you got to build on that. You got to hold on to that, man. You know, I can speak for my oldest brother, Alan, and he's my brother's been married for years. I don't want to put a number out there. My brother's happy. He's been married for a long time because he met his match, man. He met somebody who literally cares for him. My best friend Johnny Stokes, he's met somebody who cares for him. I have a friend of mine by the name of Bashir Shabazz. He's been with the same woman since I've known him for like almost going on 11 years, man. And no matter what you go through, true love will keep you grounded. So going back again to the topic is holding on, man. You have to hold on to great people, man. And again, I can honestly say I have some great friends in my life. I have some great friends who care about if I'm doing okay. You ever notice that sometimes a person will call you to tell you all their drama that's going on in their life, and you know, you hear about this who having sex with this and that and you know what's going on in love and hip hop and whatever, Atlanta, love, Housewives of Atlanta, whatever, Texas, whatever you want to call it. But when was the last time someone actually called you or texted you and asked you, man, how are you doing, man? You know what I'm saying? Those calls and those texts and video call that people do now, you know what I'm saying? People, you need those kind of people, man. You know, people spend so much more time trying to get something from someone, and most time people are not bringing anything to the table. They're always taking from the table, and they're not giving anything. So you know, sometimes you feel inadequate enough, because it's like, damn, I'm only good enough when you need something. I'm only useful to you if you can take something from me. You know what I mean? It means a lot to me, even when my oldest brother calls me sometime, and he may not know it sometimes, but I really appreciate it. And you know, he's literally calling to see how his little brother is doing. My brother and I are a year apart, and to this day, I am still his little brother. And I think that's just brotherly love. I mean, I do it with my youngest sister, and I do it with my younger brother. And I have another brother named Tim. We don't talk as much as we should, but I know he knows I love him, and I have to do better with that. And but yeah, you know, sometimes I might send him a picture of a family member or something like that, just to let my brother Tim and Florida know I love him, man. And, you know, like I said, I'm not really a phone person, and you know, I should reach out to him more, because I want to hold on to my brother. I don't want my brother to ever think that he's not valuable to me. My brothers, all my siblings, my sisters, my brothers, my cousins, they're all valuable to me, and I want to hold on to these people, because when we return to the essence and we sitting in that casket, man, brother, you can't take those I love yous with you. I don't want to smell no roses. Don't wait until I'm gone to tell me you love me, man, because I can't hear you. You know what I'm saying? And I often tell my friends and some of the brothers that I'm real cool with, and I say, I love you, brother. You know what I'm saying? My oldest brother, me and Alan don't say it a lot, but I know my brother loves me. He knows I love him, and I would do anything for him if I had to. You know what I mean? And I'm fortunate enough to have a brother to check in on me. I know men and women who don't have older siblings. You know, I have an older brother, and we're close, and I'm just happy that he's happy. If he's unhappy, then I'm unhappy. And that's the way I want to hold on to my siblings and my brothers and my sisters and my friends, my close friends. And you know, it's very important, man, when you're trying to hold on to your sanity. You don't want to be out here alone, man. And I think one of my downfalls was that I spent so much time alone, and I didn't trust people, and I didn't want anybody around me, because I was afraid someone would hurt me. You know, not always physically, but I was always afraid of someone coming into my life and getting me to open up, and trying to hurt me. Someone would take something from me, take my energy from me. And I found that that's what I was doing, is that I was around so many people and dating different women who weren't exactly the best thing for me, because I've always been told I was a nice guy and my energy is good, and you know, people who have ill intentions know that you're a good person, so they want whatever energy that you have. And you know, if you're a giving person, you're a giving person. And you know, a person who has no consciousness about what they do, they'll take anything from you, and they don't care. So I always used to feel empty all the time because I'm always being taken advantage of and people using me, and it hurts, man. I'm man enough to tell you, man, it hurts when somebody uses you and you care about them. I can honestly say, man, within the last 2.5 years, man, people who I thought would never hurt me. You know what I'm saying? By me being loyal and watching people do certain things, or you literally watch and listen to somebody lie in your face and you know the truth. See, those are the people you need to let go. You don't need to hold on to those people anymore, man. Please let those people go. You know what I mean? As I got older, I started thinking to myself that I'm gonna keep being a conductor of good karma. I want to radiate. I want you to feel positive when you're around me. I want you to feel great around me. I want you to feel good around me. I hope that if any one of my friends or family members need someone to talk to, man, if I can influence you in any way and make you feel great about yourself and let you know that you can hold on, and please hold on, and you can overcome anything that you want to overcome, then baby girl, I got you. Big bro, I got you. Little bro, I got you, man. To all my coworkers who I'm cool with and they know who I'm talking about, I got you. If I have it, you can have it, man. That's real talk right there. You know, I'm gonna reach out. I'm gonna say this to my man, my old barber from Brooklyn. His name is Reggie. He owned a barbershop right across the street from the Barclays Center, named Skills. And he doesn't even know how much of an influence he had on me, man. Just sitting in his barber's chair. And I will say this though, you can get you can get some of the best therapy sitting in the barber's chair, because the barber is one of the most underrated people in the world, because they can, you know, they know their customer. And I went to my barber, I'm gonna say about, I think Reg, and I could be exaggerating, I'm not sure, but Reggie had to be my barber for about maybe 6 to 7 years, man. And just to watch him work and how he interacted with people, and when I would reach out to him and express myself about what I was going through, it was so deep to me because he listened. And you know what? The brother was a little older than me, and he had the answer that I needed. Not to say that life is old. He would tell me things like, "Yo, just hold on, my brother. You know, you got brothers out here who care about you, and they know that there's another man." You know, when we have other men that care about you, and not to get on, I'm not even gonna say. No, actually, I am. I'm gonna say this: men need to say "I love you" more. We need to start saying that. I'm gonna leave it at that. Again, but Reggie, I don't think Reggie even knows how much he helped me grow as a man. Because I watched him get married, I watched him have kids, I watched him move his business from one place to the next. And his brother's always been level-headed, man. He's smart, and he's opened up to me about certain things about his life that made me want to become a better man. And that's the whole goal. When you want to hold on and get a grip on reality. And again, this is to the men, brother. We have to get a grip on reality. We got to hold on and know that our purpose in life is to be leaders, and we have to be grounded. We have to be loving. We have to be compassionate. We have to be God-fearing. And most of all, you have to hold on to good people, brother. Anybody who does not add value to your spirit, let them go. And it's okay. Don't feel bad. Because I used to feel bad personally. And I said, you know what? I would rather eat crumbs with a bum than to sit at a table with certain people. You know what I mean? I don't care if we are sitting at one of the most expensive restaurants in New York City. I would rather sit with a homeless man on a park bench and eat a hero sandwich. Because they're genuine. You know what I'm saying? It's very important, man, that we disassociate ourselves from things that do not bring us joy. You know what I'm saying? If you have friends and your spirit gets low, then you need to let them go. But if you're amongst a circle of people and your spirits get high, you start to smile a little more, you're glowing, those are the kind of people you want to be with, man. Those are the people that you hold on to. It's very important that we hold on to greatness. You have to hold on, man. I can't say, I don't know no other way to say it. You know what I'm saying? And I hope that I reach somebody by saying this. I'm hoping that if you are going through anything that's making you feel low, if your spirit is low, I'm here to tell you, man, it's going to get better. But you have to want it to be better. You have to want greatness. Nobody can want greatness for you. You know what I mean? You have to really let it shine through you. You have to really manifest it in the physical, in the things that you do with your life. You know, I made it a habit. Again, I'm going to go back for a moment. I made it a habit that when I saw extra food at my job, I would wrap it up and put it in a bag, and I would take it. It gave me so much joy that I can feed another human being. Why throw it away, right? And I said, nah, I ain't throwing this away, man. I walked by like maybe 8 to 10 people at the train station where I get off at, and you wouldn't believe how grateful they are. You would believe, like, it got to the point where they started recognizing my face, man. And that feels good when people know that you have something for them when they see you, man. And it brought me so much happiness. I would end a bad work day sometimes by feeding the homeless. I can have a fucked up day at work. I'm telling you, there's some people getting on my goddamn nerves, wanting to break me, and that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to break me, but that's a whole other topic. But for whatever reason, someone would say, hey man, hey Glover, man, there's some food out here, man. And it got to the point where some of my coworkers would put it to the side for me because they know that I'm going to give it to the less fortunate. I'm not taking this food home to put it in my bag and put it in my refrigerator. I'm not going to eat this. And again, to go back to say that these people were so grateful, man. And I went home with a different expression on my face, man. I felt so I would wake up with a better attitude. So that shows and proves that I have to hold on. I have to hold on, man. I can't go backwards. I won't go backwards. You know, and it's very important to me that I have to reiterate to myself that, bro, you can't give up, man. Even though I want to sometimes, but I know I can't do it, man. I have a daughter who I know wants to see me do great things. I have 4 grandchildren. I have to be some type of influence. You know what I mean? I really have to erase all negative. I have to erase all my negative thoughts, man. And it's a task now. Going back to when I was younger, and I told you I used to literally look in the mirror and say, nigga, you ain't shit. I had to scrape all that away, man. It was a lot of work. Getting rid of who I was. You know what I mean? It took me years, man. Some people call it arrogance. I call it God. You dig what I'm saying? That's what, you know, my spirituality is so much more different than what it was 20 years ago. Some people call me arrogant. Some people call me confident. I say I'm spiritually confident. I'm not arrogant, but hey, whatever. But I've come a long way. I'm grateful. I still got some more to go. You know, I got some things I need to work out within myself. You know, we all have demons, and I'm working on them. You know, with God's help, of course, and I have some good people around me who don't want to see me slip and fall. And I believe I have a place, man. I have a job. I have a task to do. If it was up to me, man, I'd be feeding the homeless every day. You know what I mean? I would make it my business to try to see that the less fortunate are clothed, they're fed, and it can't just stop there. But again, that's a whole other topic. We have to find a way to get homeless people off the street so they can live productive lives. Feeding them is not enough for me. Feeding them is just the icing on the cake. Some homeless people don't want to be in the street anymore. Again, that's how I hold on. I hold on by helping. Because when people are relying on you, man, you can't give up, man. And if I have to take on that responsibility, then I will. With God's help, man, I know I can do it. You know what I mean? But on that note, I'm gonna end this right now, man, and I want to thank everybody who pushes me in the right direction. I want to thank everybody who never wants to see me give up. You inspire me to do the right thing. I don't want to give up, but like I said, I'm hard and I'm work in progress. I'm work in progress myself, man. I'm really trying not to give up on myself. I think I'm doing okay. People say I'm doing okay, but I'm grateful, man, and I want to thank everybody who's ever given me words of encouragement. There's going to be more videos to come, but I just want this has been on my spirit for some time now, and I've been procrastinating too long, and I wanted to really get this out, man. So I want to thank everybody for listening, man, and please, if you could, subscribe to the YouTube channel. I'm trying to do great things with myself, and I want to do great things for people. So if you could, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Let me know what you think. I'm going to be posting this video on YouTube, on Facebook, Tumblr, and maybe Twitter. I'm not sure yet. But, please listen, man, and let me know what you think. And let me know your views. Leave some comments. And I would like to hear what the world has to think, man. I would like to network with other people. I would like to have talks with other men and women if you feel the way I feel. And if you have some words for me of encouragement, please let me know. Leave them in the comment box. And once again, I thank you for listening. Stay cool. God bless. And everybody be well, man. Peace.